hottest station is now live for your enjoyment with host Iambranded.
L-E, and without further ado, Queen Bubble in the building. What's up, baby?
What up, Iambranded? Bubble on deck.
You a little bit more on deck, girl. Stop playing. You know this. You know this. What's going on? What's good, girl? What's up?
Just working. Definitely glad to be on your platform. I appreciate you for having me. And,
Can we hashtag cut the check right now? Like, do we need to cut the check right now, or is it already is it already flowing right now? People cutting checks, right? Bubble on deck hashtag that too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, people are already cutting them. That was just put the other ones on notice that didn't get the memo.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all the Q&As as far as, how you got started in this business and the whole deal, the beautiful ladies night lady took care of, the majority of that. So my whole deal tonight is to catch up with you, follow up with you, see what you have, not just rocking now, but what you have going on for the rest of this year and the 2015. So my first question, honey, is how has that elevation? Is it getting higher and higher so you can't breathe no more? Like, what's going on good with you, bro?
You know what? I'm really just enjoying the growth. I'm enjoying just, going to new cities, performing for new people and different crowds even. Like, I do so many genres that, like, I can perform for a wide range of people. Like, some gigs that, if you just rap artists, they're not inviting you to that. I can get those spots, too. So it's just beautiful to be able to cater to a bunch of different audiences. And then, of course, I still have, my core urban music, like the R&B and hip-hop that I do mainly. But it's a beautiful thing. I love meeting new people. They loving the music. So, I'm just going to keep pushing it.
So, in other words, you being multi-talented, like, most guys, I'm gonna throw a little sports analogy real quick. Not only can you play baseball, but you can play football, tennis, basketball, soccer, hockey, the whole deal, right? Like, that's kind of like how you get down on a music level. So, with that being said, my question is, how is it that, you're not typecasted, so when you do hit those spots where people tell you, well, you just, in order for you to win, you just got to pick one. What would you say to that, and how do you go about having that stigma of, okay, well, you just got to fit in one lane and then that's it?
I don't think that's necessarily true, especially nowadays. So many people dabble in, like, people that was normally doing R&B or doing EDM, or I think, there's definitely a crossover for most people that start that way. But when you're an independent artist, your fans just want to hear your creation. They don't put stipulations on you. Like, they don't. I don't know if they do to some other people, but they definitely don't for me. Like, they like to hear me sing. They like to hear me rap. They like to hear me scat. They don't care what I do. They just want the music. And I keep that coming. So I don't usually get no complaints from them. And that's the only people that I should be catering to now anyway,
Right. And to me, I think that just kind of, like, sets apart just how you flow. Like, to me, I'm at a mindset musically right now where, I just want to hear something good. Like, I don't give a damn if it's hip-hop. I don't care if it's R&B. I don't care if it's neo. Whatever lane you in, you just got to be the best of that lane and kill it. And that's all I want. So do you find, like, some of the newer fan base people that you have, or some of the people that's checking for you, or even some of just whatever music head, just kind of like checking for that and just asking, like, that's all I want out at the end of the day. Like, if your music's pure, then I'm a rock with you.
Right. That's what I get from people that, like, who was that? I think it was Ebony B that actually even told me that too. She said you're like a buffet artist. You can get everything from her. Like, there's music you can laugh to, cry to, dance to, whatever you need. So it's, I got that, and that's what I specialize in, kind of everything. So yeah.
Buffet sounds kind of cool. And to me that's different. It's different in a sense where, I kind of, like you said, it's just, we turn the page or turn the clock on so many different things right now. To me, I always feel like if you can be able to be as pure as you can with just how you arrange your music and put it together, then you're going to win. So do you write your own, or you have writers, or what?
Oh yeah, I definitely write. I write all of mine. I've had people that say, they think they know what I would like and could they submit songs, but I haven't. I haven't done anyone else's music. I've just written my own just because I have so much music. Like I'm just trying to show people what I'm capable of doing, and that's the writing, the singing, all the stuff that I do, like the range. I sing everything from baritone to soprano. I be singing my background vocals. I just, I want people to know what I have to bring to the table, and then that way when they want to collab or, when they hear me doing something new, they're not surprised by it because they already heard this. Like they already know what I'm capable of, so it doesn't look like I'm reaching or, oh, you just trying to run over there because the money's over there. They know that that's what I do just because I listen to so much, different genres and I have so many different influences.
Tamara Bubbles, our guest on Nexxlegacy Radio's Legacy Showcase. And okay, let's put on a hip hop hat real quick and just you talk about writing and stuff like that. Like I come to find out, like especially since literally its inception, there's been a lot of ghostwriters for a lot of artists or whatever when it comes to hip hop. Now we all know it's like that in R&B and some other genres of music, but let's just say hip hop for an example. Do you feel like people should write hip-hop lyrics for a hip-hop artist?
I don't know. I think that it kind of takes away from you being authentic, I guess, because people, when it comes to hip-hop, like, they want to relate to your story. That's kind of how it got started, like people just telling their struggles in the hood or whatever. So
don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's a jungle sometimes. Yeah, I get it.
Right. So, people are expecting that just because that's how hip-hop was brought about. Like, that's one of the newer genres, and that's what it's surrounded by. That's the history of it. So, I don't know, but it's so universal that it's, like, been pimped and popped out now to the point where people want to do it even if they don't write. So they're going to seek out ghostwriters if they don't write, or unless they're going to just write some garbage. Like, I don't know, hip-hop is one of the most difficult genres, because even when it comes to freestyle, like, people, because there's some people talented enough to freestyle off the top, and then there's some people that just go off the top, and it's not. To me, I don't think it's freestyle, and I feel like if you're that whack off the top, you should stay writing. And so hip-hop is just, it's like one of them tough, you just got to be that dope. So I don't know. I feel like with the writing, you should write your own stuff because that's really what hip-hop was. And if you're not that good, then I don't know. There's rappers now and lyricists, so I guess there's room for both. It's tricky.
I agree, though, because hip-hop, to me, I always feel like it's sacred. Like, it's one of those kind of things because of the culture as far as where it came from and how it meant to so many different people. So, just kind of hearing that just kind of threw me off a little bit, just for the simple fact, because it is a culture where I feel like as you spit in 16, it's got to come from the gut, and if it's pre-written for somebody, it just doesn't have a lot of heart to me as far as that goes. But and that's even not knocking what the writers do, because the writers that write the lyrics is dope, but I don't know. It just seems like if you sit down with your pen and pad, and to me that's sacred. That's one of those things where you just kind of like lace your own shoestrings, and you don't have nobody else tie them things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, and then most like hip hop is so competitive and just like braggadocious to the fact that, like, how you spin somebody else's lyrics saying you the best. It's like, what? And so that's kind of why hip hop it kind of really does need to be written by that person, because you claiming you the best, you the greatest, you this, you that, you that, or that, and it's like those ain't even your words. Like, I don't know.
Word up, though. See, we're right there. I mean, but and that's not even hating the franchise, but at the same time, it's like I think real artists is really gonna understand where that's coming from, because of where it came from, the birth of it all. Like, it's kind of like you can't give birth to something and then say, like, later on, like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and change how you was born. Like, you can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I just wanted your question, because I know you're multi-diverse and talented and stuff like that, and I just always wanted to pick the brain of of a nice female, not just MC but artist. Which brings my next question. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm not just here to pop your collar. I'm also here to help, promote real music out there too. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm just giving love back like that. That's what we do. But female MCs though, like, your take on it. I mean, you're one, and there's others out there underground that don't get a lot of recognition. And I feel like this. Yeah, it's male dominated. The corporate game is what it is. But also, I feel like established females or females that got a little bit of shine should be able to let other female MCs come in and do their thing as well. What are your thoughts on that?
I think there should be more unity, but once again, it's hip-hop, so I can understand why a person that's at the top would be like, nah, back up. I had to do what I had to do to get here. You figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I can respect that, but at the same time, because we are so boxed out, like, it shouldn't be beef when it finally gets to be 2 people or 3 people getting, like a little shine. I think that's kind of crazy. I think it needs to build up more, at least back to where it was. There used to be way more female rappers out than now.
Yes.
So
yes.
We kind of got to, like, bust the floodgates open and then beef. Like, you have to let, but the bad part about that is that when you let that happen, then you kind of get stuck in that female box. And people are going to have, like, who's the best MC conversations and not going to mention women because it's going to be like, we're talking about the rappers. Those are just the female rappers. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hate when they do that, and really, when there's enough females to compete, it's like, oh, y'all stay over there and fight. We're talking about the real rappers over here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be like the WNBA that nobody watches, but they just got the sport so the girls don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. That's a damn good point.
Rap, there are females that can rap better than dudes. But if you put it separate, like we separate arenas, then it's going to be like, okay, we'll give y'all little sport, y'all little sandbox. Go over there and paint each other's toenails or something. And so that's crazy.
Right.
And,
but you know what? It never used to be like that because there was so many female MCs winning in the 80s and the early portion of the 90s, and then it died or it stopped. And when I'm not gonna say died because it was still circulating and moving, but it wasn't as appreciated based on lyrics. And let me tell you this, and correct me if I'm wrong, because to me, like I said, I'm all about opinion. So if you can correct me, please do. But I feel like this, and this is not a knock on Lil' Kim, but hip hop died when she came out with her first album, and the reason why is simple. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's not even a knock on Lil' Kim because Lil' Kim, she won. And she won based on what she wanted to do with her project, her album, and her stilo. That was her deal. But every other female wanted to be like Lil' Kim. They started dressing down a little bit less. They started rapping a little bit reckless. They started to feel like I need to be the next Lil' Kim in order for me to win. And everybody caught that train. And now nobody can get off. And you gotta look and search for the underground in order for you to be able to find those universal female MCs. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts?
No, I definitely agree. Like once female hip hop became like sexual objects and people, like even though she was dope, it was still like they were fantasizing about her, and that's why they was watching her, and that's why they were focused on the bars, but at the same time, it was like, whoa, she's pushing the envelope. And, like, I don't know.
Because the other females before her, the MC Lights, the Latifahs, the Yo-Yos, the this, the that, they didn't hit the arena like that. Kim did it, and she just changed other people's perception. She even changed the male's perception. Like, you know what? I don't think you can spit bars. Like, strip yourself down a little bit low. You know what I'm saying? To make yourself useful on a stage, and that's not even. And to me, as a fan of hip hop, that's not what I saw when it came to female MCs. Lil' Kim sexy, but you know what? MC Light had a sexiness about her too back in the day. Queen Latifah did as well. Yo-Yo did as well. Lady of Rage did as well. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't strip down and do what Kim did. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that goes back to the artist. Like, it's one thing to be inspired by artists, because actually Lil' Kim is one of the artists that I would like to work with for different reasons.
Oh, for sure.
I just think she's talented, but at the same time, I don't dress like her. Like I have no desire to dress like that because I feel like my boss can do it, and I don't think that's why she did it because she didn't feel like she was good enough. She just, she's comfortable with no clothes on. Some people are just
that was her
like
lane.
That. So
right. That was her lane.
Right. People need to try to be themselves, and they're so busy like saying, "Oh, she got on because she took her clothes off. Let me take my clothes off. Let me unzip my stuff." And so now it's like they're coming in the game. Now I guess they think they need fake booties to get in. So it's like I don't understand why you can't be yourself. That always wins. If you come in doing what the last person did, what they're gonna say? You a knockoff. Oh, Kim did that. Oh, you biting Kim. So how about you stop biting and start rapping and, like, really just show them what you're made of and show them why you belong there, why you have your own lane. Like, create your own style. And that's how you cannot be replaced if you original. Like, I mean, people going to imitate, but, you can't beat the creator. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I don't know.
Can you see this game of hip-hop just, flourishing 15, 20, 25 years from now?
Oh, yeah. I think it's just in a, I don't even know what you call it, midlife crisis. But hip-hop like 40 years now. Just trying to figure out what direction
we going through a phase right now. We going through one of them emotional phases. That what you saying, Miss Bubble? Wow, okay. We need to get over it then. Like, we need to get over it quick.
So they figure out what's going on, then they'll let some more females in, I think. No, but I think, honestly, what I think is that female rap has been reduced to an image. And it's to the point where you could be somebody's favorite rapper on mute. Like, they don't even care what you're saying. And that's the problem. Like, it used to be that, okay, she's dope, she could spit, whatever. Now it's like, if you read the comments on some of the videos, it's like, I would hit that, or I would eat this and do that. And I'm like, okay, so did you watch the video, or you listen to it, or like, so it's now to the point where they don't care what music you're making, and that's bad because the whole point. They
look at the body before the lyrics, and when the song's done, the first thing, she hot. Oh, look at what she got on. Like, I mean, for real though, like, is that how you gonna base your I don't get it. I mean, shame on us males. I'll slap myself on behalf of the males because that's not cool. I mean, I love the look of a beautiful woman, don't get me wrong, but, when it comes to the music part of it, I want to close my eyes and zone out and listen to some good hip-hop or something, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I see it, but shame on us as males.
I mean, you can't just blame the dudes. Like, if a woman dresses that way, she's waiting for the attention. If you don't say that, she probably jump over a building or something. So, I mean, you kind of bring it on yourself, and then, like, I know females are that way too, because especially, like, before I even started rapping, true story, I didn't even used to listen to the lyrics. If the rapper looked good and I liked the beat, I was like, oh, he's dope. I was mad shallow when I was, younger. So, that's before I started, like, Biggie, honestly, was the first person that made me start paying attention to the lyrics because he was ugly. And I was like, he's ugly. Why are people saying he's dope and blah, blah, blah? And, and then I listened to him, and I was like, oh, snap. Yeah,
right.
I mean, everybody is going to judge off the image at first. But when it gets to a point where they don't even want to hear you, if you don't got a butt that's, like, obviously fake.
But Miss Bubble, did we really vibe off the image back in the day? And let's go backwards. Let's go 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever. Like, did we really vibe off that first, or did it just kind of take it to another level over the last couple decades?
I think. Let me see. Let me think how far back I can think. Like, LL, like, I didn't like his music, but I knew of him because I knew women.
Okay, I got you.
So I think he was the first one that, like, started to pimp out the, body and looks and stuff. And then after that,
I Need Love, like the I Need Love. So when LL went on stage and he stripped down just to a little bit, had the girl screaming, all right, I got you. You're right. And in the 80s, we kind of lost our way when it came to that, somewhat. Okay, that's fair. Tamara Bubbles, our guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Cut the Check, and I'm gonna come back and I wanna talk to you about what you got, not just rocking now, but what's the future of you, what is going on with your imprint as far as some of the things you did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you was on a magazine recently, right? Was it The Source or something like that, or?
Yeah, I was in The Source online, and actually, I'm
just saying. Nexxlegacy Radio has Tamara Bubble right here live in the building. Hey, that's one of my cool little joints that I keep on repeat. You know what I'm saying? When I'm either riding or when I'm getting my little workout on, or just in the damn house, just getting it in. So look, before I talk about the magazine stuff, to me, as a businesswoman, like, I mean, everything that you put out there on Cut the Check was like straight lace. Like, there's a lot of people that has no idea as far as how to run a business with no budget. Like, if you feel like, hey, you know what, you ain't checked your finances yet, and you trying to collab with somebody, not just of note, but just even somebody that you conducting business with, why is it that there are so many people out there that's, you got like 100 million rappers or songwriters or whoever, beat makers too, but they don't even figure out what their budget is, but that business part of it seems to be lacking. Why is that?
I think people don't concern themselves with the business. They forget that it's a music business, and they think that, I'll just go out here and randomly make songs. I think maybe with YouTube especially, like, people think, I can just do something real easy and throw it up on YouTube, or I can just do this and throw it on Facebook, or they're throwing darts, honestly, and they're thinking that somebody's still going to discover them. I think they still feel like this is a discovery age and not you get out there and grind, or you actually plan and then execute. It's really just winging it. They're winging their whole, I don't know if you call it a hobby or career or whatever, and they don't realize, like, especially with independent artists, like, even when we decided, like, to charge people for collabs and stuff, it depended on, okay, if you don't have a fan base, okay. If you just want to work with me, okay, whatever. So you're going to speak to my manager, okay. But if you honestly see how they promote stuff, they will take a song. They will do a song they'll drop a song every 2 weeks or every week. They think they're Kanye or something. And just, real quick, drop the song, put it on DatPiff or wherever they put it, promote it on Facebook for a week, or I don't even want to call it promoting, spam people on Facebook for a week, and then move to the next track. And it's like, what? There's no way in the world I'm going to do that for free, and that's what you're going to do with it. If you want to take it and do that with it, you do that, but you're going to pay. So,
but see, but you didn't. Did you? Let me put it in different context, because there's a lot of people out there that's willing to do work pro bono, or not even that, to do work for free to get their buzz out. Is that a way I mean, especially when you start out, and until you get a fan base or reach a certain plateau where you feel like, okay, it's time for me to just, kind of come out of my shell now. That's the only way to go, though, right? Is just to kind of not give, but make sure that you get the credit you deserve, of course, but you got to put it out there where it's just like you can't be too needy or greedy when it comes to bread. Like, I mean, I'm not going to be this. All right, Miss Bubble. I don't even have I've never put out a demo, or I've never put out a mixtape, or I've never put out a full song. I've only done like maybe 2 songs in my life, but I want you on my track, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. People got to check their resume first, though, right?
Right. Only because, like, you could think that, okay, any feature or any collab that somebody wants, I'll do that. That's going to help me get out there, but it really doesn't. Like, because they'll put it up on YouTube and they'll have like 15 views 2 years later. So, like, there's some people that just do not promote at all.
What would you say, 2 years? 2 years later? 2 years later? 2 years later?
Right.
Okay.
Like, it's on iTunes or whatever. It's just sitting. Like, just because you make the music doesn't mean people come to it. You have to promote it, or it's like you didn't even make it. So I don't think people realize that. And so if you're doing it with somebody that's not going to really try to push it, you are wasting your time, and nobody's going to hear it except your grandmother and Nikki. So
I make music, but I'm not going to make it for just my mama, though. Like, I need to make it for others. So in order for you to do that, it's to network. Work with others, you know what I'm saying? Do some stuff that you normally want a favor for a favor, like stuff like that is always a good networking point. But at the end of the day, you gotta show your worth. I mean, like I don't correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not speaking for you on behalf of the publicist or whatnot, but you're not gonna collab with somebody that's just has no kind of passion about what they trying to do as far as put their music out, right?
Right. And not only that, too, like, some people ask me to do collabs and stuff, and I'm real big on the whole respect thing. Like, I like Lauryn Hill and Queen Latifah, like their message and stuff. It used to, be messages in the music or whatever. So you telling me to collab on I don't know, like every word is calling this girl a hoe and this and this and this, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to get on here and say? I'm agree with you, or am I going to
right, exactly.
that? So like,
but you know what? That's not good marketing though. Like you can't even push your own lane. Like, does that make any sense? Like, yeah, I'm gonna get a hot female MC by the name of Tamara Bubble, get her on this this track called Bitch Please Part 3 or Part 10 or Part 12 or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like come on, man. That's not how you do business. But there's a lot of people out there that's like that though. And how do you separate the ones that's really about theirs from the ones that's not?
Well, I usually just send them to my manager. Shout out to Peaceville Management. And he'll let him do it.
You crazy.
I send them to him.
Crazy.
So, it's only right. It's just only business. Nothing personal.
Of course. So tell me about these little magazine spots that you just laced down this not too long ago, and congratulations on just getting some more recognition than you have maybe a month or two ago. Because I see the growth, and not only do I see the growth, I see a little bit more as far as that drive grind that you always preached and that you was preaching on Denia's show on Ladies Night. So how did all these magazine shots kind of come together, and what's the story behind them?
Well, let me see. I've been featured on the Source, a couple of the Hot 97 DJs, their websites, DJ Enough and Funkmaster Flex, like their blogs. I think it was a CNN iReport. And I think what I like about the internet is, like, a lot of sites they copy, not copy, but if they get a story worth printing or something like that, then they'll share it. Because, like, I've even had some radio stations to repost stuff from those blogs. So it's like, it's just good, the way things can really spread and go viral and get out there. So I've definitely been appreciative of all those platforms and stuff. But I think they just respect the music. And Cut the Check is really, like, it's a song for the industry. Because, it's not even about, like, just collabs per se. It's just really about investing in your career. The beat, the engineer, you got to have quality. It's okay, there's indies out here, but they're not going to let you, like, give them middle school work or junior high school work when you should be putting in a college effort. You know what I mean? So it's really just like, you have to show them that even though you're indie, you're just as good as the majors, not that you're in a separate class. It's the same thing with the male and female rappers. If you're going to rap, you got to be dope. You have to be doper than the dudes for them to take you serious. So everything you do, it just has to be your all. And if your best is not good enough, then I guess you just seek help with something. I don't know.
If your best is not good enough, then goddamn it, maybe you're not good enough. Shit, that's just the way I see it. But let me also add, when it comes to Cut the Check, am I lying though? Am I lying? Okay. Hey, let me also add, when it comes to Cut the Check, that track, like, yeah, it's not just for, like, people that want to collab, but also the way I'm taking it too is kind of like, self-investment. Maybe I need to cut the check on myself too. See how much I'm worth before I go and start politicking or pushing the lane with some other person too. You know what I mean? I take it from a lot of different angles. Maybe it's just because, I've been paying attention to not just lyrics, but I try to dig down deep into it and see what it really means and stuff like that. So, I'm kind of on point with what I just said, right? You wrote it, so you got to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm solid, right? I'm good.
You are, and that's really what it is about, just, like, knowing your worth and valuing that. Like, the time that it's going to take, you got to go to the studio and all that stuff, too, for certain things that people want to do, whether it's jingles or collabs or anything. And it's You just cut the check. I don't know. I don't know what other way to put it than to say it again.
I mean that should be the new language for these for these rising hopefully some superstars and some people that's really entrepreneurs trying to be able to push whatever lane, be it if you're a beat maker, if you're a singer, if you're a songwriter, if you're an MC, if you're a rock band, if whatever is in your lane, if you're an entertainer of any kind, and it's just kind of like just the way that it is nowadays, right, Miss Bubble? That this game is so twisted that you really gotta be on your P's and your Q's and all that stuff, just so you can kind of separate the real from the not so real, right?
Yeah, there's so many people like just involved in the music industry, period. And then you have the fans and stuff that like the entertainers so much that they want to do it, or they see entertainers that they feel are not that good, so they feel like they should be doing it because I'm better than him, I can do that, and so it's very saturated, and so you don't want to waste time with people that are not serious. You really got to know how to sift through the garbage. And then there's the scammers and the people that want to benefit off the aspiring, little hopeful people. Oh man, it's crazy.
How do you feel about record deals now? Like if you was approached, would you feel like you would need more of a you would need more control over anything that you do, and you don't want to subject yourself to the man? I mean, it's quite as simple as that.
Labels are not even on my radar. Like we have meetings with like investors, because I want my creativity comes first. I'm not gonna have anybody put me in a box. I'm going to figure out what album. I'm going to clear my album. I'm not going to submit an album to somebody and get told, no, go back and do it over. I know what I'm putting out. I know what I want to create for the people, and I have a good feeling of what they like and appreciate from me already. So I'm just going to continue with the creativity. I'm not going to limit myself. So you're going to have to invest into my brand. And, investors and sponsors hit us up all day. Labels, y'all do what y'all do.
What's going on with any future projects, anything you got going on as far as not just singles but albums and videos and video games and all that stuff? I mean, it ain't too many people that can kind of like take that bubble image and run with it. So you running with it pretty good, young lady. You need to, we need to find some other lanes in addition to what you got going on to make it spread even more. So what's on tap for you?
Yeah, well, I did one film, and we actually had a screening for it. Was it last month in New York City? It's an independent film, so I know they're probably going to do some more screenings. They're still looking for investors and whatnot. So I definitely still do the acting and stuff. Music-wise, I was going to put out a full-length EP or LP, I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to do another EP again because I like it short and sweet, and I can switch the subjects of what I want to talk about and all of that, and keep it simple and not. There's so much music out, so I really have a hard time putting out an LP without being on a mainstream platform.
Got you.
So I want to continue with the EP so that people can digest what I'm dishing. The freestyles and the videos and all that stuff, that's still coming. Actually, hopefully we'll be putting out another video, if not next month, then definitely the following month after that. But so I'm just, the content and stuff, we're keeping that going, and it's difficult because it's like you have to work one single at radio, or trying to work it at radio, and then but the music and the videos and stuff you still need to be putting out consistently. So
no doubt.
Yeah. So we're definitely trying to keep people there, make sure they know we're still working. We didn't fall asleep on them. Bubble on deck. So I don't
think you're ever gonna fall asleep on people. Like I don't think that's gonna ever be the case. So I see what you're doing. Like I may not be stalking your Twitter page like that. People can follow on Tamara Bubble right now and actually hit up the website as well. But I mean, I see enough to know that you got a lot of good stuff going on, and I'm real proud of the growth because you know how it can get stagnant. You can kind of like, walk around in circles trying to figure out what you're going to do with your music life. And a
Right.
lot of people just kind of let that defeat them, or they let that, they let that take over their self-esteem and stuff like that. But, I mean, hard work and just trying to figure out a plan for yourself and executing it little bit by little bit is not going to happen overnight, right? We've been there and done that with overnight success. It may happen. Flash in the pans can happen, but, I mean, if you keep that steady pace and gain some fans in the process, I mean, you're going to be all right.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Hey, if you agree, then the world is a nice place. I don't get too many people that agree with me every once in a while. So, before I let you go, in addition to all this stuff going on, social media and all the magazines that you hit up, what are some of the things that you do? I mean, you do everything. I mean, you said the short film is coming out. I'm trying to, like, what else do you do? Like, in addition to all the stuff that you do, what else? What is one thing your fan base probably don't know that you don't do, or that you do that they probably don't know?
I'm a game player, like a video game, roller coaster, like all types of. When I was growing up, we played. I have a lot of brothers and sisters, and I think we played every game invented and created some. And so I've always still been that playful person, just like card games, board games, video games, roller coasters, like just stuff to have fun. And I like comedy too, so like I definitely do the comedy shows and stuff like that. So if I can laugh,
now you just added comedian onto your list. Now see, and I was trying to get something out of you that the world probably didn't know. Maybe they didn't know you was a comedian though, but I mean, golly, like I need to start doing some extra work then, just so I can catch up with you.
I'm not a comedian like that. That I'll keep you laughing around me, but I'm definitely not a professional comedian by any means.
Yeah, but I guarantee you get on stage for a one-night stand, you'll probably turn it out though. You'll do it. I bet you.
I do something.
I bet you. Okay. So video games. What's some of your favorite video games? What do you play right now?
Siphon Filter. I play that all day, and I don't know if you even know these games. I be playing. Honestly, they have what you call the emulators on like all the old school games.
No, you don't.
I have that on my laptop.
No, you don't.
I be playing those.
No, you
too.
don't.
Yeah,
I was at a fair function on Sunday, and I had a colleague, a coworker of mine. He was just showing me. He was like, "Man, if you bored, it's hot out here too. It's one of those kind of deals. It's 4th of July. Look, here's this thing." And he hit me on to those classic that little site with the classic joints on there. And I kid you not, like I was playing these games. Like, come on, like that's that. I love that you love classic games though. That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up. Well, look, I wanna thank you for spending some time with me. It's long overdue, but I'm glad we was able to come in. And it's I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because you standing up and you doing your grind because you believe this is what's gonna make everything happen for you, and it's nice therapy too. Like, I mean, music is a healthy vibe, right? When you do it, it kind of gives you a little bit of your soul back, right? You give it away, but then you take it back too in a lot of cases, right? So I appreciate you giving us a little bit of game and giving that passion for these ladies and doing it the right way without stripping down next to nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm just proud of what you got going on. So I'm gonna continue to be a fan / groupie.
I appreciate that.
/
Slash not a stalker, right?
Not a stalker. There you go. No, but I really appreciate you. Hey, if you haven't followed her on Twitter, you can do that right now at Tamara Bubble. Bubble on deck. Follow the movement. Cut the check. Do whatever it is you need to do to get this lady, where she needs to be. And I'm right there with you. And this station, whatever we could do to help your growth, we got you.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back when I give you that new music. I'll be back.
All right. Make sure. We love you, though. We love you over here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.
Nexxlegacy Radio.